What's going on, everybody? This is On the Mark with your boy Marcus Washington, where we talk everything Falcons football. Oh boy, Thursday night, man, for the whole world to see us play in probably the worst performance of the year. Um, as we fall to the Panthers, 25-15, man. Who? Where do I start? Um, uh let me give the defense some credit here. Um, this was a winnable game. The defense, I can tell they clocked out. Third quarter, they were just like, man, we're out here fighting. Um, I'll give the defense some credit. I mean, it's PJ Walker. I mean, goddamn, y'all should have walked the dog on the Panthers, but my God, Marcus Mariota, bruh. Oh, listen. Y'all, you almost have to temper expectations for this team because we are in a rebuild. Um, we are in a rebuild. So, but it's hard not to stress yourself out because this is your team, right? Carolina played, I mean, a pretty pedestrian game, bro. I mean, if we look at these stats, um, hold on, let me get over here. Uh, 333 yards. Uh, we actually had more passing yards than rushing yards this time around. But a lot of that came off that last drive. That last drive was like 75 yards. But yeah, man, I'm literally I have a headache just going through that game. And the one reason is Arthur Smith has to make some choices. I see right now Arthur Smith is a creature of familiarity. He brought in Dean Pease because he's familiar with Dean Pease. He brought in Marcus Mariota because he's familiar with Marcus Mariota. Neither one of these guys have really paid dividends. Marcus Mariota has been, I mean, a game manager. Let's just call it what it is. A game manager that can run. Some of these play calls, and I said this a couple of weeks ago, Arthur Smith doesn't trust Marcus Mariota. Last week, Kyle Pitts got criticized for a lot of things. And I wasn't really critical of him because I'm like, Marcus Mariota is overshooting him. The play where he was wide open, Marcus Mariota did not throw a good ball. And listen, there's going to be 10 days in between our next game. There's one throw, I think it came in the fourth quarter, that should put Marcus Mariota on the bench. One throw that should have put him, he should be on the bench right now. And I know people are talking about Desmond Ridder ain't ready. Well, I got a news flash for you. Neither is Marcus Mariota. Bro, my God. I'm like, no wonder Arthur Smith is running the ball so damn much. Because past the zone read, look how Carolina played him on defense. Outside of the zone read, they just sent a blitz. Because Marcus Mariota cannot react fast enough. You don't see teams doing this to Patrick Mahomes. You don't see teams do it because he will eat them alive. The reason why Kyle Pitts and Drake London are kind of MIA is because of the quarterback that we have. Even with the stationary guy in Matt Ryan, who is now sitting on the bench in Indiana. Kyle Pitts caught 1,000 yards last year. And mind you, Kyle Pitts didn't really start to cook until the damn London game when Calvin Ridley wasn't there. And Matt Ryan didn't have a choice but to throw it to Kyle Pitts. I don't even like Mariota's throwing motion at this point. So there's going to be a large cry to get Ridder in there because for me, I'm like, bro, He's a rookie. We're watching Mariota make rookie mistakes. So I'd rather a rookie make rookie mistakes. Plus, I think, honestly, Ritter sees the field better than Marcus Mariota. I saw this in the preseason. Mariota, outside that zone read, man, he just cannot read it. If his first read is not there, Mariota already gets into scramble mode. Already. And this game, man, under the lights, this exposed him, man. I hate to say it. So Arthur Smith is going to have to, this is an easy call. This ain't like Dean Pease where you like, oh, okay, you know. This is a very easy call. That one throw where Marcus Mariota was almost on the ground and still decided to throw, bruh, that alone puts him on the bench. Listen, fam, I've watched a lot of football. I've never seen a throw like, I've never seen anybody crazy enough to make a throw like that. Literally, you don't know who the hell you're throwing the ball to. And you throw a duck, and it's a pick. Mind you, we beat Carolina the first time, but Marcus Mariota threw a pick in OT. But it's getting to a point now, man, where we're enough games in to know what we got with Marcus Mariota. Let's go on ahead and move on with Ritter. Ritter's had enough time to sit on the bench, learn the playbook. He's had enough time. Because what I saw from Mariota tonight, that's benchable. Because my thought process is, how much worse can the rookie be? How much worse? It ain't like Marcus Mariota is taking us to a playoffs, a Super Bowl, nothing. This guy is out here playing like a rookie. And there's nothing to justify Marcus Mariota being the starter at this point. Mind you, look at what Carolina did. Baker Mayfield came in as the starter. They benched him. PJ Walker is playing now. Look at what happened to Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan went to Indy as the starter. Was terrible. They benched him. To me, if Marcus Mariota is the starter next week when we play, I'm just going to assume, you know what, Arthur Smith went into this season not even caring about making the playoffs or making a push to the playoffs. But his play calling right now is telling me he does not trust his quarterback. Bro, we down 2 scores with like 8 minutes on the clock. You still running the ball? Like, really? And this ain't the first time Arthur's done this with him. And cool. Bruh, 2? Bike to bike? 2 missed field goals, bruh. You missed one last week. But I'm just going to assume, man, you know what? The offense didn't even get off the plane. Because that by far is the worst showing we've had on offense. There was no fight, no nothing. Just no dog. Nothing. The whole team kind of looked, in a primetime game. And again, Carolina did not look like world beaters. Yards per play, they were at 5.2. We were at 4.9. They killed us in rushing yards, though. 232. We had 138. Third down efficiency, my God. We were 3 of 11. 3 of 11. 3 of 11, bruh. 5 sacks, but again, the sacks came from them just, hey, we don't believe in Marcus Mariota. That's what that defense said. That defense said, we don't believe that Marcus Mariota is going to beat us. So we just going to send people. Like I said, if that first read is not there, Mariota, in his mind, goes into scramble mode. But that play, that throw on his back, but that is unacceptable, that's unacceptable. I'm sitting there, bro. When I saw the ball go up in the air, my mouth was wide open. That was like the 5th bad pass that he threw. But look at the talent we got going to waste right now. Drake London, I mean, he caught a tud in this game, gone to waste. Kyle Pitts, gone to waste. This is why I'm putting Ritter in, because there's nothing else if I'm Arthur Smith, there's nothing else I can get out of Marcus Mariota. This is it. This is it. This is Mariota's zenith. This is as good as Mariota is gonna get. And my tight end is suffering for it. Think about this. He has a better connection with Zacchaeus than he does Pitts. Think about this for a second. That's the equivalent of Patrick Mahomes having a better connection with Hardman than Travis Kelce. How could you not have a connection with the best player on your team? And I don't think Ritter is going to be that type of quarterback that is not going to target his best player. I think Ritter right now has a better arm than Marcus Mariota. He sees the field better than Marcus Mariota. And he's a fucking rookie. But this got to change. What's going on, Jeffrey? Winston says, let me read some of these comments, man. Winston says, Mariota has always been like that, even at Oregon. If the receiver isn't wide open, he's out the door like the house is on fire. Yeah, man. Yeah. London already has a touchdown. I think he's got 2, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man, I can't even say the defense was cheeks. Y'all know I've been preaching that the whole year. Defense did what they did, man. 22 points. Well, it's 25 points with the field goal, but we didn't make the 4th down. The O-line, the play was horrible. That 4th and 18, they let one guy get past 2 defenders. They had the running back in the backfield 2 block. He got past the running back too, man. I mean, it's if I'm Arthur Smith, I got to make this change, and I got to make it now. What's going on, Keonis? I got to make it now. If not, basically what you're telling the fan base is we're not playing for a playoff run, which to me is ridiculous. Because even with Carolina's win, Atlanta's still in the 2nd spot. Tampa Bay isn't guaranteed to win Sunday. So I'm putting the rookie in. To me, I got a better chance with him. Man, bruh, Mariota isn't infuriating me like Matt Ryan. But damn it, some of these passes, I'm like, bro, what are you thinking? The pass that went in the end zone in the what was this, the 1st or 2nd quarter? Drake London was double covered. That should have been a pick. But let me criticize this defense on one thing. Hall had a pick in the end zone. He dropped it. Grant had a pick in the 4th quarter. He dropped it. Now, we can blame weather for this. but we've seen this before. Not only was this a winnable game, man, and I'm going to give Carolina their credit. Carolina did what they were supposed to do. When the other team's playing like trash, you take full advantage of it. And that's what Carolina did, so my hat's off to them. Their run game, 232 yards, that'll be the team any day of the week. Jeffrey says he's putting a waiver claim on Ritter right now in fantasy. We'll see what Arthur Smith does, man. Arthur Smith doesn't really like leaving his players out to dry. So we'll see. It makes no sense. Mariota's a backup. So don't give him the same privileges as a starter. He's a backup. He had his chance. We're in what, week 10? Mariota's had his chance. He's been pedestrian the majority of the season. The only reason why he's better than Matt Ryan is because he can run. But I mean, let's look at some of these. Let's look at Mariota's numbers for today. Let's just look at him. 19 of 30 for 186 yards. 2 tubs and an interception. This man threw the ball 30 times and only got 186 yards. Mind you, 70 plus yards came off of that drive in the fourth quarter. So really, this man was, for 3 quarters, this man threw for about 110 yards. He didn't even bust 200 today. These are Matt Ryan numbers. The only difference is Marcus Mariota can run a little bit. He's taking the same sacks. But in a lot of these games that we've played, man, my hat's off to Arthur Smith. I'm going to give Arthur Smith some credit. In a rebuild, most of these games were winnable. The Chargers game last week was very winnable. Very winnable. But we lost it. Marcus Mariota in that game was 12 of 23 for 129 yards. The reason why Pitts and London are suffering is because of the man who's taking the ball under center. Charles said, yeah, you're right. Carolina dropped picks too. Our offense would have looked even worse. Yeah. I'm putting a rookie in, man. Because this is what I need to know. I don't think your fan base is going to criticize you for a losing season, right? I've always stated that the ceiling is 7 games. The ceiling is 7 games. If Atlanta wins 7 games, I feel like that's an accomplishment. But put your rookie in now to see what you got, because you might need to go in the draft and get you another QB. Put him in, see what he has. I mean, your run game, and I thought our run game was kind of pedestrian today. Nothing really screamed. We were beating them up. 138 yards. Still plugged 138 yards. So my thing is, just put Ritter in. I believe Ritter can make these throws. These throws that Mariota's missing, I believe Ritter can make these throws. And I believe Ritter can actually stay in and go through his progressions. We've seen this all year with Mariota. That first shot ain't there. This man, I mean, he's in scramble mode in his head. But he looked real bad tonight. And it might have been a case of light fright. He's on prime time and he's shriveled up. But, with that being said, I mean, you're still in. You still got a shot to make the playoffs. I'm sitting here thinking now, Mariota going to throw you straight out of a chance of the playoffs. We're running the ball so much because Arthur Smith does not trust his QB. When he was the offensive coordinator in Tennessee, Ryan Tannehill was still throwing the damn ball. The wide receiver was still getting touches. The tight end was still getting touches. And they had that beast Derrick Henry back there eating. AJ was still getting his shots. Jack says, I posted in the group, either our defense is light in the ass or he's the god of war. I just think, man, defense isn't good, but I really believe the defense clocked out today. They said, hey, man, you know what? We doing our best. Our offense is not giving us any help, which is true. So I'm not really going to rip into the defense at all. This is all offense on this game. But 186 yards passing is not going to get this thing done. Not in this league. Not in this league. It's not going to get it done. And it just goes to show how average the Panthers were. Let me look at so PJ. you gotta be kidding me, bro. This man was 10 of 16 for 108 yards and won. I'm gonna have to sleep this one off, man. It's back-to-back losses. We lost on Sunday, winnable game. We lost today, winnable game. This man had 108 yards, bruh, passing, and they won. They always had the lead. But it's time to put Ritter in, man. It's time to stop playing games. This Mariota experiment has ended. Put your boy in. This could be the future. If he's not the future, you got 7 games to find out. But it's man, you know, the crazy part about it, it's hard for me to really be super duper upset because we're rebuilding. And it is a divisional game. But now, going into, who do we play next, man? Whew. Lord have mercy. We got the Bears. We got the Bears on the 20th. I don't know what the hell that game's gonna be like. If you would have asked me 3 weeks ago, man, the Panthers a dub. I thought the Chargers would be a challenge. The Bears was going to be a dub. The Commanders was going to be a dub. The Steelers was going to be a dub. But now I'm like, our running game has to win all these games if Mariota is the quarterback. Because you can't trust his arm. Man, this man, not only is he inaccurate, but his decision-making is borderline retarded. There was one shot where he stared Kyle Pitts. Rookie mistakes, man. He stared Kyle Pitts down. That almost got picked. So yeah, man, this is going to be an interesting last 7 weeks of the season. Um, we're going to see if Arthur Smith pulls out magic, man, or if Arthur Smith just accepts the fact that this is a rebuild year and he's going to call whatever the hell he's going to call. I still think that there's a potential that the Falcons could make the playoffs. I'm trying to get to that magic number of 7, though. Clip says we need a dog. We need a coach with that dog in him because players feed off of that. I think Arthur's got some dog in him. I really think you look at the way this team is playing right now. This is kind of proving that Arthur Smith is the right coach for this team because, bro, we shouldn't even be in this situation at all. We should be an awful team. All these games have been competitive. The only game that kind of got out of hand was the Bengals game, and it got out of hand early. We had a surge there for a second, and then, we faltered. But if you look at these games, man, let's go ahead and recap. First game, excuse me. First game of the season was the Saints. We had that game won, gave it up. Second game was the Rams, 27-31. Almost ran them down. Then we beat the Seahawks. At the time, people were like, oh, that's the Seahawks. Now look at what the Seahawks are. I think the Seahawks are like 2 or 3 games ahead in their division. Then we went and beat the Browns. Then the Bucks got cheated out of that game. Beat the 49ers. We beat the 49ers into a trade. The 49ers knew after we beat them, they needed something else. And they got McCaffrey. Then we took the whooping on the Bengals. Beat the Panthers. Should have beat the Chargers, but it is what it is. And then this game. We've been competitive in damn near all these games. But it's just weird stuff has been happening. But I'm telling you this right now. This should be Marcus Mariota's last game as a starter for the Atlanta Falcons. So we'll see what happens. We got 10 days, man. So hopefully, AJ's hammy is feeling all right. I don't know what's going on with Hayward right now. I don't know when his return is going to be. So we just have to wait and see, man. But yeah, this one was hard to watch. Thursday night games have not been good this year. I just didn't think we was going to end up in that spot. I'm like, man, our run game is too sexy right now. But here we are. Looked ugly out there. So we'll see. We got a lot of time to game plan. Chicago, it looks like they finally figured out how to use Justin Fields to a certain extent. So we'll see how that turns out. Hopefully we got a quarterback change by that time. I honestly, no lie, I honestly thought with the way that Mariota was playing, we might see Desmond Ridder this game. I just don't know what the boy was thinking on a lot of those throws, man. Throwing into double coverage, throwing against his body, throwing across the field, damn near on his back throwing the ball. He was playing football like an 8-year-old plays Madden. Where they, kids just do the darndest things on sports games. You throwing a ball, you like, what in the world is this dude thinking? At any given time during a live game, I thought that screen was going to come up that says your connection has been lost. The game just froze, and that y'all know that Madden box that comes up. The opponent has left the game. That's how we were playing on offense, bro. That's how we were playing on offense. We gotta have a quarterback that ain't on rookie mode, bro. Marcus Mariota right now is on rookie mode. So we'll see. With that being said and done, man, I'm done. I've ranted. It is what it is. I will wake up tomorrow. I will not let this game mess up my week. Damn it, I refuse to let it mess up my week. Sunday, I'm going to watch the games in peace. And I'm going to have a happy weekend. Falcons have already stressed me out a little tonight. And listen, I know as a fan, before I get up out of here, I know as fans, we've been through this before. There's even a term for it. It's called falconing. We have to find some way to break this trend of falconing. Last week, what was it? We get a fumble. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ball just falls out his goddamn hands. Falconing. And I see positives in this team. Again, our run game, we haven't seen this in years. In years, we ain't seen a run game like this. So I'm satisfied with that. Offensive line, with the exception of tonight, the offensive line has been decent. But we have to get Pitts involved. I mean, you can look on YouTube, fam. There are literal videos that are made by other people that aren't Falcons fans about Kyle Pitts' disappearance. How in the hell are you not using this guy? I'm telling you, we're not using him because we don't have the right quarterback. But these pieces have to be used, man. And I know Arthur Smith, he's got to start changing some things up, man. But because first down, we all know what's coming. First down, we all know a run's coming. He don't even switch up. If we get a first down, that very next play is a run. No play action, no nothing. It's going to be a run. And even though I admire the dedication to stick with the run, you gotta have some passing here, man. And 186 yards, it ain't gonna cut it. And the week before, you had 120 some odd yards. That's not gonna do it. There has to be somewhat of a balance to keep these defenses honest. So he's in quite a conundrum because he brought Marcus Mariota in because he's familiar with him. But if there's any game that warrants Marcus Mariota getting his ass on the bench for the remainder of the season, this it. This the game. This the game, dog. Nobody in Falcons land is going to be like, why y'all bench Marcus Mariota? Not one. Not after this game, not one. Not one. if we wake up tomorrow and see a report from Adam Schefter or ESPN saying that Marcus Mariota has been benched for the remainder of the season, every single Falcons fan is going to be like, okay, let's see what this boy can do. Let's see what Ridder can do. This game probably put Marcus Mariota on the bench for the rest of his life. But with that being said and done, fam, I'm up out of here, man. Y'all have yourselves an awesome Thursday night. You have yourselves an awesome weekend, man. Sleep this game off. We'll rebound in 10 days, and hopefully we're ready to rock. Peace.